Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Today is just gonna be a nice, chill, sit-down Q&A with Christopher and myself. We put a little question box on Instagram. You guys asked a lot of questions, and Rico is gonna ask them. See where this goes.
The coolest guy I know right there.
The coolest Italian I know.
How often do y'all do date night?
Definitely on Fridays.
We try to do it every week.
Yeah.
We try to go out to dinner or lunch or breakfast once a week.
Yeah, it's usually Friday nights. He gets off work early. We go get tacos, a margarita, then come home and snack. That's our date night.
Yeah, I would say we don't, to get like dressed up and go out on a date, I would say it happens once every 3 months, honestly.
Yeah. We don't ever really get that
But we're
fancy.
pretty casual.
It's just tacos.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about each other?
Oh gosh.
This is a question I've answered, I don't know how many times on these question and answers, but it's the same one every single time. It's her passion and work ethic towards what she loves, which is I don't even know what to classify it as now because it's grown so much, but your fitness, your YouTube, Instagram, you're wanting to influence people with what you got. It's been the same thing but it's grown so much that it's become multiple things. So,
yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I've also said the same thing for most of these questions. He is very lighthearted, very positive, like very goofy, and he has always implemented that into our relationship. So even like going back to like high school days and college days when, I don't know, we would have like immature fights, like you were always like very positive and like we'll get through everything. He's just always like that, and I really appreciate that. And even when I'm pissed off at him, somehow he can still make me laugh, and I will be trying to fight it so hard and like keep a straight face, and then I'm like, how am I laughing? Like, you're the one I'm mad at. Just drives me nuts. But I love that about him.
Oh, thanks.
You're very welcome, Justin. We agree that he looks like Justin Timberlake right now. If you could go ahead and comment down below if you agree with that. Like, I'm way underdressed for this, but that's fine. At least we have our coffee. Yeah, you look great.
It's just cash.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
kind of
This is
just casual outfit. These are super stretchy, so.
Yeah, all right.
Who made the first move?
Gosh, this is like over 10 years
10
ago.
years ago.
So he said, I love you first. I know that for a fact.
First move.
I know. It had to have been you.
It was me.
Because I was like a nervous 15-year-old.
Yeah, so we're a couple years, I'm a couple years older than her.
Yeah.
So,
it had to have
it was
been
me.
you.
It had to have been me. I don't know what it was.
Like
does move mean like who made the first move towards like
a kiss? Probably.
It would have been. Either way, it probably would have been me.
Yeah. We're just going to assume Chris.
Which isn't my style typically, but look at her.
Oh.
Look at her.
Is it your style typically? This was when you were 18 years old?
Yeah.
What is your style?
Yeah.
What song did you walk down the aisle to?
Oh, the Piano Guys or Piano
Guys.
Guys, but in 1,000 Years.
Is that what it was?
Yes. Yes.
I don't remember, honestly.
Yes,
I was so not focused on...
Yes, it was the Piano Guys in 1,000 Years. That was something I had never really thought of. To be honest, for our wedding, I feel like neither of us really gave our wedding that, like, growing up, I was never the little girl, like, planning out a wedding, and I had never given any thought to what in the world we'd walk down the aisle to. But the Piano Guys have so many cool renditions of songs, and yeah, 1,000 Years, it was great.
Loved it. I don't remember a second of the song.
He cried, it was adorable.
What's the biggest way your relationship has changed since being married?
There's not really any... That come to the top of my head, there's no big changes.
No, I feel like in general, I mean, we deal with like more mature stuff now, like...
We've had some, yes. But I feel like we would have acted the same. I mean, okay, here's the thing. We've been married for about 2 years. Mm-hmm. It's coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We were dating for 7 to 8 years before that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's been a ton of changes throughout their whole relationship, the entirety of it. But just since we've been married, not much has changed. We kind of like figured everything out. and got to our sweet spot at year like 7.
Well,
and from then it's been on cruise control, and we've had to alter a couple things, but no big changes.
Well, I feel like it mainly comes into play with like changes in your relationship. Couples who move in together when they get married, I feel like there could be a lot of changing there. We lived together before we got married.
Yes.
So that was a big part of the, like, we kind of figured everything out and, like, I don't know, figured out how to live together and what kind of drove ourselves crazy. And yeah, so nothing really changed when we got married, mainly because we lived together beforehand, I would say.
This is a good follow-up. Tips on living with a significant other for the first time after dating for 6 years.
This is our scenario.
Yeah, know that you're gonna learn new things about a person. Know that you're gonna need to compromise. Like, know that going into it, you can never expect someone to fully meet you on your side. Like, be willing to meet each other in the middle, because they've probably, I mean, most people, especially if you've been together for a long time like that, they may have never lived with another boy or girl before, like significant other, and that's a big change. So I would say go into it with an open mind, knowing there's going to be stuff that you're going to have to compromise on, and your significant other.
Yeah, and just very cliche thing to say, but communicate.
Yeah, communication is everything.
Guys in general are not as clean
like organized
as women. So go into it, if you're a woman, go into it expecting you're going to have to teach them a couple things.
Right before we started filming this, Chris has all of a sudden forgot to, like, flush the toilet. Like, these are still conversations we have. And then we communicate. It's fine. It's literally just
Great,
happened.
thanks. Yeah.
Were you going to say something else?
I don't know. You kind of wrecked my train of thought with that one.
All right, well.
No, communicate. Go in knowing you're going to have some rough patches when it comes to just little minute things. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Just trying not to get too angry.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The little things will come up. Don't let those, like, build up into huge explosions. And then you're having a screaming argument over, you put the silverware in the wrong drawer, or something like that. Like, don't let that stuff build up. Just, like, communicate as...
Also, get prepared that you're going to be spending a lot more time with that person. Especially now.
Like, it's so different
with
now.
COVID and everything, like, we spent every waking minute together for a year. I mean, there were some times when I was like, I need to be by myself. And it's a very hard thing. Everyone needs that. So, also, try to find some strategies on...
Still taking time for yourself, go out with your friends, and if you're the significant other on the other end of that, don't get offended, because you also need time to yourself as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Great follow-up to that. How did you have the convo about moving in together?
Ooh, okay, so we have very different childhoods. My parents divorced when I was really young. His parents are still married, very happily married.
32,
And your
33
grandparents.
Years. Both sets of grandparents were 50 years. 60 now.
Yeah. So I did not grow up with that childhood. My parents divorced when I was 1.5 or 2, and then my dad never remarried, but my mom remarried a couple times, and those also didn't work out. So I was very big on, like, I want to live with someone before I make that commitment, because I saw firsthand that not work out, like not living together beforehand, and then they turn into a whole different person. I wanted to avoid that. Obviously, you can never be 100% sure it's going to last a lifetime, but I wanted to know for a fact that we weren't going to drive each other insane, and that we could live in the under
coexist
the same coexist together. So that was really big for me. Is that something that you were planning on beforehand?
Yeah, definitely.
Like I
wanted to.
My
parents were a little bit hesitant on us moving together, which I understand.
Yeah, 100%.
They did. My dad proposed to my mom after like 6 months of them knowing each other, and they never lived together until after they were married. And so it's just very different. We came up from different upbringings.
Yeah. So that was that was like a non-negotiable for me.
Yeah.
And your parents and his dad and mom, but your dad was like so understanding. He's like, I totally get it. It's just gonna take me some time to come around. Yeah.
And it was fine. It ended up being fun.
Well, that's the other thing. If you also have open communication with the parents, like I mean, they knew exactly why. It's not like we were being stupid about it. We had also been together for 5 or 6 years before living together. So, yeah, that's how we had the conversation. He knew that was big for me, and then he also wanted it apparently. And then
the timing was really good, I think, on it too.
Yeah.
Pretty seamless process, for being honest.
Yep.
Who do the cats prefer more?
So
me. They prefer me because
big time.
Because Lily and Logan are, they're either 14 and 13 or 15 and 14. Lily was the first animal I had like myself, and I'm her mom. Like, I am her mom. She sees me as her mom.
Yeah.
Logan, I think, is the same. He's also very skittish, though. And we originally got Layla, if you've been following since that. We got Layla because Chris said he wanted a cat that liked him. He was still, this was pre-COVID, he was still working in the office every day. So then I had 3 cats following me around instead of 2.
The cats do all love me.
They do.
They do love me.
Well, and especially since you've been home every single day.
Yeah.
Oh my! I feel like
they sit with me and lay with me while I'm working, but
I feel like we're pretty even.
It's our attitudes toward the cats. I need to touch them and I need to hold them. I need it. I pick them up whenever I can, and I know they don't appreciate that sometimes. So
specifically Lily,
but she
also is growing to love that too.
She does. She does. Anyways, but yeah, so they definitely prefer Kelly. And I get it.
But you're growing on
it.
It
is what it is.
They know you're their dad.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good enough for me.
I'll take it.
It's like that meme, you're not my dad. 2-part question. Should you tell your partner your love language, and what are your guys' love languages?
Oh, absolutely.
You want to say yours?
There's no question. You need to communicate that, because if your love language is words of affirmation and that's how you give it, and hers is physical touch, and you don't give her the physical touch, then she's not going to think you love her that much.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
So, yes, you absolutely need to communicate that. Mine are words of affirmation.
Like?
Number 1, by a mile. Tell me you love me all the time, and I'm good.
Tell me I look good all the time.
Tell me I look good. Tell me I look like Justin Timberlake. And you'll be on my top of my list for a long time.
Yeah.
And number 2... it's like a mix, I think, now of, I mean, it's definitely touch, physical touch. And then, I don't know. What do you think my third one would be?
Oh, if
gifts?
you're ranking like
probably gifts?
I don't know. That is kind of tough. Words of affirmation is like far and above his favorite.
Yeah.
So to be honest,
mile.
don't even really pay attention to the other ones that much.
Yeah, no, you don't need to. Because the other ones are yours. So
yeah,
it's like not even...
exactly. So it meshes pretty well. Mine are quality time and then acts of service. And this is the other thing I was going to say. This isn't just like a one-time conversation you have and then like never talk about it again. They evolve as you go through different seasons of life. And so especially with like now owning my own business, like physical touch used to be probably number 2 for me below quality time. But especially now that I own my own business, I'm busier. Now both being at home almost every single day together, acts of service, helping me around the house, like that means so much to me. And that was something I would have never thought before, but those evolve. And so as you start to notice those things, and you might notice it by like, we are arguing more. Like maybe what I want has changed a little bit. So yeah, just always being open and communicating about
as an example,
how you feel supported
for how this could be, you could mistake something for something else. Hers used to be quality time by a mile, and our ideas of quality time are different.
Very
if we were
different.
watching TV and laying together, even if I was on my phone, so if we were watching TV and we were laying together, I thought that was quality time. However, if I'm on my phone and she's on her phone, that's not quality time to her. So you need to have conversations about that too.
Yeah, what that looks like for each of you.
Yeah,
if we're not like engaged with another, and like same thing with like eating dinner, like I don't want to be on my phone if we're sitting there, like no phones. That is not quality time if we're not interacting with one another or chatting. That's not quality time to me. To him, that is. So yeah, also elaborating on that.
All right, quick question for you. If when we're laying in bed and we're showing TikToks and Instagrams to each other.
If you're still
Is that
interacting,
quality time?
that's like sad quality time.
Why? We're laughing together. I see.
It is. No, it is.
Okay.
But like at a certain point, if we don't ever like set the phones down and just like chill, especially in today's world, it is so like social media driven, and there's so many distractions all the time. Like I need no electronics time.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Do you guys have a timeline for kiddos?
Yeah. It's on the way.
Wow.
Whoa! What? What? We've been very open about this in the past. We originally were like, yeah, 2 years after marriage, and then with everything with COVID, we were kind of like set back a year because we didn't really get to do the traveling we wanted to. So it's kind of just, we're also trying to start another business. It's like when the timing's right, we will see.
I've been ready for quite a while.
He's ready.
Yeah, it's not my decision. It's not on me. Okay, it's all on her. So I just gotta gently let her know when she's ready. I'm ready. I want a basketball team, so we gotta start pumping them out, baby.
Okay, moving on.
Who has a bigger sweet tooth?
Not even close. Him.
Okay, we have different sweet tooths though. She has to end every single meal
that's
she
true.
eats with some kind of ice cream or cookie. I, on the other hand, will down a whole family pack of Skittles like it's nothing.
Any day of the
But they're
week.
just different sweet tooths.
Yeah.
Like your sweet tooth is big.
It is big, and anyone who has ever eaten a meal with me, I have to have something sweet. Like as soon as I take my last bite of a salad, whatever, lunch, dinner, I need to have something sweet right after, immediately.
Yeah.
But he will sit down at night and down a bag of Skittles, blow pops, whatever. All of it.
Yeah.
Great job.
All right.
All right.
Describe each other in 3 words.
Ooh.
The coolest ever.
Read it.
Actually, that's Rico. Sorry. I thought this question was about you.
Wow.
Oh, got him on that one.
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I went first last time.
You did go first last time. These questions, I feel like I always need way more time to think about them, but loving, just like you're genuine.
Genuine.
Wholesome.
That's
I
not
guess
bad.
we'll go with wholesome or genuine.
Wholesome, genuine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a word that is like, I can't. It's out of here.
All right. Passionate, hardworking. The last one is tough because there's many things you are.
We should compare this to
Those
what people
two-
on the internet said.
Those two jump out quickly to me, like easy. Passionate, hardworking. And I need something that encompasses Kelly.
Can I give you a hint? This is what people said on the internet.
Okay. Yeah, but
That
that's
kind of goes with the other ones.
passionate,
though.
hardworking,
Yeah.
and disciplined.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't say anything about your
No, I know. I don't know. Kind. Neat.
Neat. She's neat.
Getting married next year. Number one thing you/bride needs for wedding day.
Oh gosh, the number one thing.
A whistle.
No.
So you can tell people that they're wrong when they. I'm just kidding.
No, I would say this is probably fairly obvious, but I would make sure whoever.
Sorry.
Don't do that again. Immediately no.
Ooh, I have a good one. Can I go first?
Yeah, sure, go.
Okay. You need to have a plan of attack. You need to have.
What? Really? I had no idea.
One thing you need to have. I'm trying to think of
You need to have.
one physical object. No, you need to have a plan.
No, this is the answer that I think you're also looking for, and this is what you were lacking. That I had someone like that. You have to have one person that is like, you have to have someone you can rely on. So my bridesmaid was super helpful. She did everything without making me feel bad about it because your wedding day goes by so quick. All of the advice I got was like, sit down, everything you have been planning, like all of the hard work you put into it, that's all done. There's gonna be stuff that doesn't go right on your wedding day, but don't stress about it because at the end of the day, it's gonna be perfect. But having someone that you can, if stuff does need to get done, someone you can lean on for that so you're not having to do it all yourself. That's what I would say for your wedding day. Make sure the people you're surrounding yourself with are like nice and not going to make you feel bad about asking them to do something.
No,
Because you're going to be very busy that day. So still allowing yourself time to sit back and enjoy it and put some things on other people to help you, I think is huge.
Very big thing for you to
Yeah.
have. Yes. However, I'm sticking with my original answer.
A plan.
Plan of attack. Okay, because here's the thing. To my roommates.
What? Like roommate.
Start over. To my groomsmen, you guys did nothing. And that's okay. I would have been miserable the day of, not...
He's not wrong.
I would have been miserable just sitting around all day.
That's true. You did
And so
say
what
you
I did was, I went and worked out, and then I went and got our suits, and I went and took them to everyone, and I got scheduled with the photographers and whatever.
Yeah.
I booked Airbnb for the night of and the night before, and I had no problem doing that.
Kept you busy.
Was it because I didn't trust my groomsmen? Yes. Hope you don't have that problem. But I enjoyed it.
So once again, having someone you can lean on.
I'm halfway kidding about all of this.
All right.
Do either of you ever struggle with jealousy?
I do get this question a lot with social media. I would say no. I don't think. In the past, like when going back to like high school, yes, I think that's very normal when you're just young and immature. But now, no. That's another thing. If you can't trust your partner, there are either conversations that need to be had there or compromise. Something. So, no, I don't. Did you ever have any jealousy? Like with
Not
social
really.
media stuff? Because I feel like that question is
No.
probably more for you.
No.
No?
I do get jealous of your passion and your work ethic. and
That
your
is true. You
kindness.
do talk about
I know. I really do get jealous
Yeah.
of what she's built for herself.
Yeah.
Um,
Talked about that.
because that's awesome. But no, jealous in this respect that I get jealous of guys hitting on you and stuff like that. No, I think I trust her too much.
I'm also
to ever
a
be in
very
that
hard-headed
issue.
person with stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm very loyal.
Yeah,
Very loyal.
that's a good one. That's the fourth one I could have put.
Yeah, I'm
but no, I don't
very
struggle
loyal.
with that kind of jealousy.
Have either of you taken up running? If not, how come?
A wedding?
Running.
Oh,
Have
taken up running.
Running sucks. No. Nope.
No.
Nope. Love it for you if you love it.
Yeah.
For me and him, it's a pass. It's a hard pass, actually.
So it's very hard to run, and it's boring. Objectively, it's a boring thing to do. Sorry if that offends anyone. If you're a
Sprints,
runner,
sign me up.
if you're a runner and you have fun with it, good for you. But it's
That
boring
runner's
to me.
high. Apparently, you've never experienced it.
Well, I need to give it I'll give it another shot at some point. I've heard some tips where you need to find music that's 150 beats per minute. That will help you with your pace. You need to find music that you like or find a good audiobook. No running.
No running for us.
No running.
Did you
Yeah.
ever get into a super dry spell sexually, and how did you navigate it?
Yes. We have.
Which is very normal. I've also talked to other friends. I don't think it's just people who have been in like really long relationships, but kind of going along with just life in general. You're going to go through different seasons of life, whether that's you're super stressed, you have a new job, like there are things that your priorities change. And especially the longer you live together or you're with someone. I think this was another question in there about like avoiding being in like that friend zone, which I have talked about that with him multiple times.
Yeah.
That's actually a thing that I say, like if you get out of the habit of like making time for that quality time and being intimate with one another, I think it's very easy to fall into that friend zone. And that's what I'm like, I feel like we're just best friends right now. Like I feel like I'm living with a friend, and he laughs at me, but he's also like, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's just making that a priority and like not losing sight of that, because it really is. It just comes down to your lives will get busier, and you tend to put your relationship on the back burner because you're like, we're solid, we're fine. I think you avoid that by making time for date nights and communicating and knowing each other's love language and like going out of your way to show that like you're still making time, you still care, and that's still a priority for you. Because we've definitely gone through dry spells, and that is, I would say, every single couple. If you're together for a long extended
Majority, I would say, it happens too.
Yeah. I think it's very normal, and then just going back to communicating and knowing the love languages and prioritizing each other's.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of in your partner?
Ooh.
I'm going to start with this because this kind of circles back to what you said. He has always been a really hard worker. Always. Whatever job he's had, he's always excelled at it. He's always like number one, or towards the top at least. Like you apply yourself. Since I've started doing what I've been doing and I've grown with it, my business has grown, and he's seen how passionate I am, he has definitely shown that he's been like jealous of that, and he wants that for himself. And I could see it in him that he so badly wanted that, but he just didn't know what that was yet. And it has been super cool with what we're working on right now. We're starting a business together. I have seen that passion come out of him, and that literally just gave me goosebumps. I have like enjoyed watching that with him, or him go through kind of the process that I was in when I first started. Because I want that for everybody. I want everyone to find something that they love, whether that's a 9 to 5, whether that's starting your own thing. And watching you kind of go through that same thing has been really cool. And I know you feel really proud of it too.
I do.
So I love that, because I always knew you worked really hard, and I knew you'd find that. But it's cool that it's like here now.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's
which we've talked about this already too, but
yeah. I know. I mean, we had conversations back when I was just getting out of college, and like you said, I've always been hardworking, and I've always been pretty good at what I've done.
It's just different.
But it was a drive there for a while.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a drive to push to the next level for a while, and I found that, and I've excelled. I mean, I've taken a couple steps. So yeah, no, thank you, appreciate it. I think I'm most proud of with you is not what you've built, because you've built something that's very cool. I mean, even just reading through comments on all of your YouTube videos and your Instagram pictures and videos and workouts and whatever, seeing the community you've built is inspiring, but it's not that. It's the fact that you've remained yourself throughout the whole thing.
That is the biggest compliment.
Yeah. You see people who get to a level and they alter who they are.
Yeah, they change.
And that's just simply not you. I mean, you've remained the same exact person all the way through, which is awesome. And I love it. I'm very proud of you for doing that, because it's really, really easy to lose who you are and, you know.
Let the internet change you.
Yeah,
let people's opinions change you. Yeah, no. That is going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for asking all the amazing questions. We obviously didn't get to all of them, but we will keep doing these more frequently. I know you really enjoyed the last one too. But yeah, comment down below if you have any other questions, and specifically if you think that he looks like Justin Timberlake, because I'm just, give him a little.
Just tell me I look like Justin Timberlake. You don't have to. I mean, I didn't think I did, and then Rico, who, if I haven't mentioned yet, is the coolest guy I know, said I look like Justin Timberlake, and now I am willing to wear this all the time.
Yeah, I will be wearing this.
I will be wearing a version of this outfit
every single day for the rest of my life.
Forever.
But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Cut.